We've been trawling through the numbers to get a sense of quite how much US President Donald Trump's tariffs have hit markets over the last several days. The Hang Seng Index, which tracks the value of shares on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, dropped 8.5% in the week to Friday. That was the steepest weekly fall since February 2018 and came despite gains on Thursday and Friday. The Tokyo-based Nikkei index closed 9.0% down on the week last Friday, the biggest loss since the onset of the COVID pandemic, and posted a more modest decline of 0.6% this week after several days of highs and lows. Shanghai's SSE index also closed 3.1% lower on the week this Friday, although the index has seen larger contractions this year. The US needs to diversify from China and source trade from other countries, US Trade Representative Jameson Greer says. Speaking to Fox News, he says it's dangerous if America can only sustain its standard of living by relying on Chinese imports. Trump announced this week a pause for 90 days for countries hit by higher US tariffs. Greer says for that period, he has hundreds of people working around the clock, with countries looking at what trade they can do with the US. He adds that his people are giving ideas and communicating so that eventually Trump can consider deals. Greer says he thinks he can get enough deals to the US president that he feels comfortable. They are pushing trade forward. There is no rest for governments or businesses trying to chart a path through the choppy waters of global trade. Despite a 90-day pause in enhanced tariffs on many countries, the remaining tariffs are real and impactful. But the uncertainty brings its own perils. Ben Farrell is the CEO of the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. He tells BBC Business Today that the current environment is a tale of compound disruption, creating a state of perpetual uncertainty and a continual necessity to replan. French President Emmanuel Macron has posted on X to say that the tariff pause remains fragile and notes that the 25% duties on steel, aluminium and automobiles, as well as the 10% tariffs on other products are still in place. They amount to 52 billion, 45 billion, in duties on the European Union. He goes on to note that the 90-day pause in tariffs means 90 days of uncertainty for our businesses on both sides of the Atlantic and beyond. It is not just the tariffs that are costly, but the threat of tariffs too, that throttles confidence and investment. The tumultuous messaging from the White House demonstrates this threat almost daily. Business, governments, and even consumers around the world cannot ignore the unpredictable nature of US trade policy. Thank you for watching. Follow for more news.